Many of the world's leading AI engineers now suggest there is a 1 in 4 chance that the technology they are building will lead to human extinction. Despite that statistic, capital investment in the sector is measured in the trillions. The people most aware of the risks are the ones working the hardest to accelerate them. This acceleration is the result of a mathematical trap, a structural incentive that makes extreme risk feel like the only logical path forward. At its most basic level, this trap is fueled by human anxiety, the terror of being left behind, while a competitor claims the future. I've felt that pressure myself. I can look back at times when I ignored glaring warning signs and compromised my own ethics simply because the thought of a rival reaching the finish line first was more frightening than the potential fallout of my own success. When that single panicked impulse, if I don't do it, someone else will, is scaled up to a global level, it creates a system that practically demands a race to the bottom. This physical reality of the race, massive server farms consuming more energy than entire cities, acting as hardware for a massive geopolitical prisoner's dilemma. Imagine two superpowers facing a choice: pause AI development for safety or build faster. If one pauses while the other accelerates, they lose global standing. To avoid total loss, both are mathematically forced to hit the gas, guaranteeing shared disaster. The market creates a cycle where the players don't need to be malicious to be dangerous. They just have to be rational actors following the math toward a cliff. This economic race eventually hits a biological wall known as the gorilla problem. Humans dominate this planet today for one reason: our intelligence. Physically, we are no match for a silverback gorilla, yet we determine their environment, their survival, and their cage. By treating AI as a competitive race, we are actively building an entity designed to surpass our own cognitive capacity. We are essentially engineering our own successor. History suggests that a less intelligent species cannot maintain control over a more intelligent entity in the same space. Once we are no longer the smartest things on the planet, our influence over the outcome of the race vanishes. We are sacrificing our permanent evolutionary standing for the sake of a temporary economic edge. If we continue to play by the rules of the prisoner's dilemma, the math suggests we are simply subsidizing our own displacement. Attempting to fix this through small safeguards or slow-moving regulations fails if the core incentive is still to win the race at any cost. Escaping this trap requires a pivot to a law-zero mindset, refusing to accept the idea that a destructive race is unavoidable. Law zero is the radical decision to simply stop competing. It is the choice to step off the track entirely, rather than running toward an outcome you know is flawed. This applies to your own career and your own relationships. It requires identifying the moments where the price of winning a competitive advantage is the sacrifice of your own foundational safety. Real agency in a rigged system comes from the discipline to choose a loss today in order to ensure you are still around tomorrow.